Hey guys, it's Simeon. This is Wrestling Unlimited. So, when it comes to the war of sorts between WWE and AEW, people don't just talk about who's got the better roster, who's got the better wrestlers, who's got the better storylines, but the new battle of the billionaires. Vince McMahon is currently estimated at a net worth of $2 billion, while Shad Khan, the father of Tony Khan and main financial backer of All Elite Wrestling, he's worth about $8 million. Now, this week, which family has more money actually came up when Tony Khan talked about the final half hour of SmackDown tonight going commercial free on FS1. Now, if you guys are unaware, tonight's Friday Night SmackDown will air on FS1. They're calling it the supersized edition of SmackDown, and it's got a 30-minute overrun, I guess you can call it. An extra 30 minutes at the end of the show, which will go commercial free. In doing so, these 30 minutes will go head-to-head with AEW Rampage on TNT. Now, Tony Khan took exception to that, saying if WWE wants to spend money to go commercial free, he can play that game as well. He's got more money to do so with. Tony Khan stated the following to the New York Post. Whatever people want to watch, I want them to watch it. Unfortunately, if we are on at the same time, it's harder for people to watch their wrestling, at least live. We can take the commercials out of it. If you want to take the commercials out of it, I can do that too. It doesn't seem very civil, but I have more money than they do, so I can afford to do that longer than they can. But that's how we make money at the end of the day. So I was surprised when they took those out. And regarding to Tony Khan having, quote, more money to spend, this has been a topic backstage in WWE, and according to Dave Meltzer, in the latest Wrestling Observer newsletter, he states the perception in WWE is that Tony Khan will spend so much and lose a lot of money in the long run. Some at the top in WWE have even said the same kind of things they were saying back about WCW during the Monday Night Wars, to the extent of, we here in WWE, quote, have to make money, yet AEW doesn't have to worry about making money just to survive, and they think that's unfair. Now, with the whole spending money to spend money, Tony Khan has talked multiple times about spending and spending big despite AEW yet actually being profitable. Khan recently stated that AEW was on track to be profitable in 2021, but instead of that, and instead of having an already established video game studio create the AEW console game, he went and spent a bunch of money to create his own games division and keep most of the work in-house. Now, keeping with the Observer report, Meltzer also stated that Vince McMahon has had some choice words, I guess you could say, when it comes to AEW and Tony Khan, stating, quote, we beat Ted Turner, and Ted Turner is smarter than Tony Khan. Yeah, there's a big difference when you look at Ted Turner in WCW and Tony Khan in AEW. Ted Turner was just a billionaire that owned a wrestling company but hired people to run it for him. Tony Khan, on the other hand, is not just a figurehead or a face of the business side of the company, but instead does all the behind-the-scenes stuff that a president of a wrestling company should. But with that, things are heating up, things are ramping up, and tonight it's going to be very, very interesting to watch. And I'm just going to sit back and soak it all in and see what goes down. With that, both tonight's Friday Night SmackDown and AEW Rampage will be airing head-to-head of sorts on FS1 and TNT. For more on both shows, keep it locked right here on Pro Wrestling Unlimited. That's going to do it for this episode. Remember to comment below, like and share this video, like us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and subscribe right here on YouTube.